Dutch Supreme Court has ruled that forcible tongue kissing is not considered rape.
Okay, this is hilarious.
Yeah, so it was actually considered rape back in 1998, and this, as I mentioned, the Supreme Court just recently did another ruling on it, and they decided, well, it could be considered sexual assault, but you can't consider it rape. Now, in the Netherlands, sexual assault has a maximum of 8 years in prison. Rape has a maximum of 12 years in prison.
But by the way, that should be higher.
It should be higher.
So I disagree with them on both counts. Like,
Yeah.
on the one hand, forcible tongue kissing was rape. Bring it down. Definitely sexual assault. Definitely unwarranted. I mean, I assume
Right.
they mean a guy that just boom jumps on you and starts tonguing you. Not that like it's a guy that you happen to be kissing, but he's really forcible about it.
Right. Well, yeah. I think that if you bring up the scenario of two people wanting to give each other a peck, or the woman wants to give him a peck, and he's like jams his tongue down her throat, like I don't know if you can really consider that rape.
That's not. No, I know that's
yeah.
not rape.
No,
okay?
I know.
That's
I know.
a really awkward
But-
dude who needs to get some punishment.
No,
okay?
but hold on.
Because you
Is
didn't
that-
ask for that.
is that
but not
considered-
12 years in prison.
Is that considered sexual assault, though?
Yeah, I would consider it sexual assault.
If you guys are
I mean,
like,
that's a tongue in your mouth. You don't want that.
No. But if you're going in for a kiss and the woman is thinking like it's just going to be a peck and he wants to use tongue, that's considered sexual assault?
Oh, no, I see what you're saying. No, that's totally different.
Right.
Like if the guy is like they're on a date
Right.
and he's just seeing what's happening and then she's not into it and he backs off, that
Right.
describes only 70% of the dates that have ever happened.
But if someone approaches you like in the middle of the street and like grabs you and starts forcibly
Right.
kissing you, of course that could be considered sexual
right,
assault.
and,
Yes.
and don't get me wrong, you could have date forcible kissing that's wrong as well.
Mm-hmm.
You're on a date, you're nowhere near kissing, all of a sudden the guy's like, "Whoa, shit," and dives in with his tongue. That's wrong, okay? But I mean, but this whole conversation is comical. We're way too in the weeds here.
Yeah. Now, the reason why it was considered rape originally is because in the Netherlands, their definition of rape was purposely broad. They considered any form of unwanted sexual penetration, including shoving one's tongue into the mouth of an unwilling recipient. But then they realized, we can't be locking people away for tongue kissing.
Of course, but how does a guy know, in your scenario, how does he know whether there's going to be tongue or not tongue?
Yeah.
And then you're going to charge that guy with rape? That's insanity.
And to be fair, cases like this rarely even came up. But there was one case where a 36-year-old man was forcibly French kissing a woman in a hospital restroom, and they found him guilty of rape. But thankfully, the Dutch Supreme Court overturned that.
Oh, thanks God.